sports presentation.
Good morning. We are back for the live coverage at the Victoria Curling Club in beautiful Victoria, BC for the BC Scotty Tournament of Hearts. I'm joined again by Melissa Saligo, who did an excellent job yesterday in the commentating booth. And we have a new face with us today. This is Todd Troyer. He's a BC champion as a junior player and a four-time champion as a coach. And it sounds like you have an exciting event coming up next week as well.
We do. My latest team that I'm working with is Team Reese Hansen, and we won the provincial championship in December and go off to Shawinigan, Quebec for the nationals on Thursday.
How exciting. There's a lot of curling going on in this month.
Absolutely.
2018 is exciting for curling. And so we're here for the semi-final game that you're going to see live right now, and it is Thompson versus Brown. We saw them play yesterday. How do you think Team Thompson's going to do?
Well, they obviously didn't have their best game yesterday, and Carla herself wants to pick it up. She needs to play better today. But they have Diane Desura, an Olympian, world champion, backing them up. And I think with all the experience this team has at provincials and nationals, they're prepped to bring their A game today.
Absolutely. And Team Brown won last night. We saw that game. You were here as well. How do you think they're going to do in this match against Team Thompson?
I think Team Brown is going to do great. Most of the team are just out of juniors, and they're former Canadian junior champions. So they've been to the big game and had the success. So I wouldn't expect to see any jitters out here today. Their newest member, Des Hawes, was middle of the pack in the percentages during the week, but had her best game of the week in the previous game last night. So I expect her to bring that game today. And they'll all be prepped and in the zone today, and their veteran coach, Alison McInnes, is going to make sure that they're there.
Wonderful. Well, I think we're in store for another exciting day of curling here in Victoria, BC, and here come the players now.
Well, here we go, Todd. The 2018 BC Scotties Championship semifinal. Team Thompson, Team Brown. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a great game today. This is an excellent matchup. I expect some great shots, awesome draws, and looking forward to it.
It's going to be exciting. As we mentioned off the top, Team Thompson obviously coming off a loss, where you have the Team Brown who's coming off a win. So it'll be interesting to see, Todd, how both of these teams handle the pressure today.
That's right. Team Thompson will be looking to recover from the previous game, although it was a well-played game and very close, and the percentages for Van Osh and Thompson were bang on each other. So, it's just kind of bringing that extra something.
Exactly. Well, Team Thompson obviously would have had a little bit more rest because Team Brown played last night, but we're just about to hear the introduction of teams.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to introduce today's teams team. Representing Kamloops Curling Club and Golden Eaters Winter Club, Team Thompson. The fifth, Diane Desura. The lead, Krista Van Dale. The second, Shannon Janice. The third, Kristen Rexigler. And the skip, Carla Thompson. Also representing Kamloops Curling Club, Team Brown. The coach, Alison McInnes. The lead, Samantha Fisher. The second, Desiree Hawes. The third, Erin Pincutt. And the skip, Corinne Brown. Best of luck, teams, and good curling.
All right, Todd, so just about to get started here for the semifinal of the 2018 BC Women's Scotties Championship. The winner going on later today to play against Team Van Osh, who won that 1-2 game against Team Thompson.
Yes, it's interesting that this game becomes an all Kamloops final.
It does.
Yeah, this is basically just a replay of their Super League in Kamloops, probably. Okay, so we got highlights from the previous game. This is the Thompson Van Osh 1-2 game. Carla here with the critical shot of the game. This is the difference here, 4 points steal for Van Osh. Nice draw here from Kessa. And Carla a little heavy on this one as well.
Pretty much sealed the fate after that one. Just another steal there given to Team Van Osh. So in the 3-4 game yesterday, Team Brown against Team Gushalak. Team Brown was playing really well. Yeah, really tough shot here by Diane Gushalak, but makes no mistake. The veteran gets a deuce.
Very nice shot. Here's Corinne with a peel for 2. That was a nice shot there, too.
Yeah, Corinne not to be outdone, obviously. Played extremely well, had a couple nose hits. This shot here in 9th, cleaning pretty much every option that Team Gushalak had. They only had the one, and they got rid of it.
Here's the shot to seal the game. And the win for Brown.
So we talked about Desiree Hawes yesterday, curling 96%, I believe, in that 3-4 game. Unbelievable numbers for her.
That's awesome.
So by virtue of ranking, Team Thompson finishing first overall in the round robin, they will have hammer here in the first end of this semifinal. And they've chosen the Blue Rocks and Team Brown with the Red Stones.
Is this one called in the rings to start, Melissa?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking about that off camera, what we were expecting here in the first end, and I think we both kind of decided it might be a little bit of a defensive game this morning.
Yes. One but a little bit behind the tee line there allows Thompson to go straight for the corner guard here. So looks like they're going to try and play for their 2 here.
So you can guarantee, I guess, Todd, if that rock would have been top 4, she would have been hitting it. But because it slips behind, it is an opportunity. She's not going to take a lot of chances here, obviously, in this first end. Mm-hmm. But try and see for a safe deuce if she can.
Yeah.
This is Trista Van Dale with her first. And I think it's going to slip into the rings.
Yeah, so as expected, we'll look for a hit and stick here from Corinne with Sam's second shot. Looks like we've got fast ice conditions again today.
Yeah, we can't thank Mike Merklinger and Cody Hall enough for what they have done this week here at the Victoria Curling Center. The ice has just been fantastic. 15 and a half seconds, hog to hog, and tons of curl and consistent, and that's the key.
Absolutely, the curlers have loved it all week.
So nice hit by Sam Fisher. This is Trista with her second.
Carla calling a hit on this one to simplify this end a little bit.
I think the original call was probably the double, but when it was over curling, she tried to go for plan B, which was the hit and flop in front of that red stone, but didn't quite get that. So pretty much straightforward open hit here for Desiree Hawes. And look at those numbers, Todd, 96%.
Wow. Nice hit and stick there.
So Todd, these two teams met back in draw 3 with Thompson just edging out Team Brown 6-5. Both teams playing at 83%. Really good game, but it's been quite a while since they played each other.
Yep, lots of games have happened since then, and you know, lots of shots. So you know, it could be that we see different results here.
Oh, nice shot, Shannon Jonice. Not a bad way to start a semifinal game.
That's right, start with a double.
Great throw by Shannon and just a fantastic all-around team shot. Makes no mistake, perfect double takeout. That cleans it up a little bit, and I'm pretty sure unless there's a hit and roll out by Team Brown that we may have a blank end here, or attempted blank end.
With a nose hit here, Team Thompson could end up with the corner guard that they were looking for earlier. So we'll watch for that, see if what Team Brown does with that afterwards. Nice shot.
That one's pretty tight. I'm not sure that Corinne's going to be willing to leave it there. Looks like Aaron Pincott had a great game as well, 86%. These are the kind of numbers we actually expect from this team. They are so confident and so good at their young age.
Nice shot rolling that one into the rings, taking the play back in the rings. Yeah, the percentages have been really high for these two teams. It just shows that, you know, how well they've played and, you know, doing it under pressure as well.
Exactly. I was joking with Kristen yesterday. I made a joke that her Trista's new name was 97. She goes, well, what's my new name? I said, 94. She kind of liked it.
Good sleep, you got it.
So with that hit and roll out, obviously Corinne Brown without hammer here in the first end, not willing to take any chances this early, so asking Erin Pincott to throw this one into the rings, top 4. Get a good chance for her to get some draw weight.
Well then. Taking the curl now, it's really curly, guys. Really going.
I think we saw this on last night's game. Lots of curl away from the stands here on this outturn.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot more curl. I think I had about maybe in the first 4 ends, 5 ends, there was about 12 over curls on draws and hits away from the stands.
I'm sure the teams will be watching that today.
Clean. Yep. Yep. To it. Yep. Right to it. Okay, clean. Renault. That's good. Renault. That's good. That's good. Good weight.
Kristen makes her take out and stick. Corinne will do the same.
So I think it's about time we give a shout out to you and your team, Todd. Congratulations on winning the BC Championship, the U21 Women's. And
Thank
you
you very
guys are
much.
off next week, and your team, you might want to name them.
Yeah, so our skip is Taylor Reese-Hansen, our third, Katera Park, second, Jordan Coster, and lead, Sid Brills. And those 4 and myself are flying off to Shawinigan, Quebec for the national championships. When we head out on Thursday. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you guys the very best of luck, and of course we'll be cheering hard from here in BC.
Thank you very much.
On the men's side, of course, Tyler Tardy won the U21 Boys Championship, and If we ever get a chance, I actually just saw Tyler show up. He's the one with the blue hair and box or something on his head. He's here cheering on his girlfriend, Desiree Hawes. So he's in the stands.
Yeah, Tyler and his team are the defending Canadian champions, and it's awesome that they get a chance to return and defend their title.
Exactly. They have one new addition, I believe, on that team, Zach Curtis. But Sterling Middleton, Tyler, and his brother Jordan looking to repeat at the Canadian Championships next week in Quebec. So Carla Thompson looking for a nose hit. Wants to retain hammer to go into the second end, obviously. So we'll have a blank attempt, hopefully, on our next one. It's a good opportunity for both teams, Todd, to get used to the ice, figure out where they need to put the broom, what kind of weight they want to throw. The one thing we noticed yesterday on the ice is you really don't have to overthrow it on this. It's such great sweeping ice. So you can just throw that nice 10, 10.5 hit weight.
Yeah, it's reassuring as a shooter to know you've got some great sweepers, and the ice conditions make it so that their brooms make a huge difference. So you can make all the shots you need to make.
Exactly.
A nose hit though, so we're looking for Team Thompson to play the hit and roll out, retain the hammer, and look for 2 in second.
All right, peel. Peel it out. Yeah.
I believe back in the 1-2 game, Carla actually had the blank chance in the first end as well and nosed it, so she's definitely going to be looking to peel this one out.
I mean, it's never bad taking one, putting a point on the scoreboard.
For sure.
But if you can put 2 up there, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, go, 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 go. Hard! Hard! Hard!
They're sweeping hard to get the roll out. And she
There
gets it. And so we have a blank here in the first end, BC Scotty's semifinal.
Were you nervous when I was sliding?
We'll be right back.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero.
Oh God, that was funny.
I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams on and off the ice.
And Todd, the big shot of that first end is this shot right here.
The double made, yes. Shannon with a good start to this game. And that cleaned up the end for Team Thompson.
Yeah, Carla looking for the blank attempt, makes no mistake. So she'll retain hammer in the first, and there was a little giggle after that end. Carla came out with a little bit of a wobble, and the team was a little nervous about that. So that's what the smiles were all about.
So Team Brown playing this top 4 again. So we expect the same sort of start, looking for a corner guard on this one. Trista called for the corner guard here.
Was Team Brown looking to put their first one in? I missed that call.
Yeah, I believe it was top 4 was the call.
Just gradually curling. Nothing crazy. Line's nice. Curling now. Curling up now. Right to my broom. Right to my broom.
Looks like nice weight on this corner guard.
Yeah, Trista slipping into the rings in the previous end, which is never a bad thing, but makes a perfect corner guard on this one.
Bump it. Just T-line weight, Sam.
Corinne calling Sam for the tap back here.
Yeah, but they just want to try and move that top red stone into a better scoring position, top 4.
Whoa, Aaron, yeah.
Yes, Team Brown can't do anything about the corner guard, so they'll try and shrink up the scoring area here by tapping that one up.
Aaron trying to help that one a little bit.
Good weight, Sam.
Nice weight by Sam Fisher.
Yep.
11.
Pushed out in the open a little bit, allowing a hit and roll play on this behind the corner.
Yeah, and 2 options here for sure, Todd. She can ignore that one completely and just try and draw around the corner she just threw. But as you say, because it's exposed that one, hit and roll attempt. Nice controllable weight, 11.
Yep, yes! Hard! Clean! Yep! Hard!
Hit and roll, but needed a little bit more to get behind that corner. So Corinne will call to put that one back behind the center guard.
10. Sure.
Looks like Desiree just asking for the other turn, a little bit more comfortable the outside in.
Right off. Hard, Sam.
Sweeping this one a bit to get it to curl.
Yeah, and it looks like she maybe overthrew it a bit too, Todd. Gets the nose hit, though. Because of the situation of that red stone, a little easier opportunity now to get the hit and roll for Shannon Jonice.
That's right. Flipped over turns here for Shannon, so we'll see what kind of curl we have inside out on this ice today.
Oh, great
Looks
shot.
like a pretty nice shot.
Shannon didn't show those kind of numbers yesterday. She usually is around 85, 90. She's had a great week. Little struggle yesterday, not as high as her counterparts, but so far today, 100%.
So Corinne will call Des to take care of the guard on this one. Open it up.
Really hard.
Oh, what a shot.
Beauty run back on that one.
That would be the Des we saw yesterday as well.
Just come wide?
Just plain fantastic.
I don't hate this
What
either.
a shot. That's not an easy shot, Todd, for sure. Trying to
Same
get that
weight,
to double.
that was nice.
No, that's a tough one because if you miss that one the wrong way, you leave the guard and the rock behind it.
So Carla asking Shannon just to remove that one that's sitting on the center line, fighting top 12.
Yep. Whoa. No. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Right over. No. Great shot. Same weight.
I think she was trying to get the hit and roll behind that red one, and it would have been a short run if she did, but it did roll a bit too far, so now it's exposed for Aaron.
Yeah, the good thing is it takes the play off the center line for Team Thompson. They're looking to play that side, so Corinne is forced to deal with that rock.
Exactly. She's going to try and probably roll it back towards center line, if not behind that guard. She was a little bit tight at her hand on this one, Todd.
Yeah, sweeping hard on this one.
Yeah, I think she was tight right out of her hand. They called sweep immediately.
Looks that one just slips out of the rings.
Yeah, pretty much didn't have a chance. The sweepers couldn't hold that one at all. Once it starts curling, you really can't do anything about it. So, unfortunate break there for Team Brown, but opportunity knocks here for Team Thompson to lie 2. Kristen Rexsealer looking to draw away from the center line, keep those rocks as far apart as possible.
Sweepers are on it. They like it. Here comes the curl now as it approaches the hog line. Sweepers we're ready for that and bring it into the rings. Nice draw.
Really great draw. That's one of those ones that looks really easy, Todd, but it's actually not.
No, absolutely.
Do you want to roll that way? Sure. Sure, do you want the same turn? Do you like the same turn? Okay. Yeah, that was close.
Rather than hit shot rock, Aaron's asked to hit the high one and perhaps group these rocks together for a double later. There is potential for a double here as well. Nice shot.
Yeah, really good shot. If she would have thrown maybe, you know, 1 or 2 seconds more, she might have actually got the double on that. But they weren't playing that. They were playing the straight hit and roll.
Yeah, it's big keeping that one in the rings and causing Team Thompson to have to deal with that rock and keep playing the red ones as opposed to splitting the rings again. If you miss that double and roll out, then they just split the rings again.
Exactly. Kristen has to make a good shot here to not group these stones. And it's going to be hard to get the hit and roll, actually, but just by the way that blue one's situated.
Oh, just got that blue one, and I believe
oh, wow.
stuck.
I think the blue one on the right is out, Todd.
It's pretty close. We'll see what the teams think.
That was why that was such a critical shot by Aaron by rolling over there. Kristen over curling. You watch it here, over curling. She actually has to hit that almost nose or just tiny bit high side to avoid hitting the blue one on the right side. But all rocks spill, and it looks like, it really does look like it's out.
Yeah, it does.
So I think we have a wide open house here.
Yep.
Kristen having a double check.
Okay.
Corinne's calling this as if that one's out.
That was a big miss there. They were set up for their deuce. So great opportunity here for Corinne to get some draw weight.
She's drawing over to the side with the rocks on. (15-1) on the time, so this should be back rings. Looks like it's pretty keen out there today, though.
It sure is. She doesn't have a lot of rings to work with over there. It's a great shot.
That is. Wow.
She kind of got it going, I thought, a little bit, so it should be pretty good.
Dropping behind that tee line, though, gives Team Thompson a rock to freeze
I got
onto here.
15-2 on hers, so.
That's right. She would have
5 and
preferred
change,
definitely
should
to
be
be the top half of the house. I think if Carla can freeze one in there, I'm not sure there's any way to get it out, so she's going to try and get a skipper's deuce here.
Yeah, although there's a blue and a red out of the rings there, that creates quite a pocket there, so you don't even really have to come right down to that one. As long as you can get up beside that blue stone, there's a good opportunity here still.
I think I'm close.
So we got 15-1 on Corinne's first here. We'll see what this one does. They took a little bit different path to get to the same spot. Yeah, this
15-2 on this one.
Yeah.
But needs some curl.
You don't want to roll off. Not too bad.
Nope, not too bad.
I think Corinne can probably get to the nose of it and just kill everything. But really good weight there.
Anything just across the nose here could freeze into that pocket and force Team Thompson to take their one here,
exactly.
too.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Nice weight there by
cross it and get underneath there.
Carla, though, just on her first draw here.
It's always good to get that first draw under your belt.
Is. So Corinne Brown looking to nose or a little low side and roll into that pocket. Number one job is to get rid of the blue opposition stone.
Looking for some curl here. Nice shot, jammed it, but got the blue one out. Team Thompson's having another look into that blue stone up there.
Yeah, this is pretty key to them, obviously, Todd. If it's in, they want to try and hit and stick here, and if it's not in, they want to blank.
Yeah.
But our overhead says it's not in, but I'm not sure.
Really close.
Our view where we're sitting is kind of from the side, and it kind of leans toward like it's in.
And then you look over from this angle here, and it definitely looks like it's biting. So this is a really big decision for Team Thompson to have to make.
That's right.
10? Yeah.
They're playing this like it's in, so
yes, they are.
We will find out in a minute, I guess.
Just a 10. 10 and a half, eh?
10.5 is a nice soft control weight to stick around, so that's definitely what Team Thompson's looking to do here.
I guess this is probably what you want to do, though, Todd. If you try and, make the blank and they still call for the measure and you only get one, you wouldn't be very happy with yourself. So you almost have to do this if it's that close. So I'm pretty sure we'll see a measure out here in short order.
Yep, we'll get that.
One for sure.
Get the 6-foot stick on there. Yeah, scoring one in the if you're going to score one in the even ends, it's not too bad to do anyway. So that Team Thompson's probably thinking that as well. If this didn't work out and turn into a 2, then they'll get their 1 this way. But
exactly, yeah, you definitely wanted to score here.
Mm-hmm.
And this angle here, Todd, just having another look at it, I'm not sure that it's in.
No, it's hard to tell.
It's going
right
to be
there.
really close.
We had a close measure yesterday,
too. Do you want to take
too.
some bets?
Yeah.
You say, what do you want to call?
I think it's out.
Oh, okay, I'll take it. I was going to take out, but I'll take it. Here we go. It's out.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Again, though, I know that was a hard decision for Thompson, but they made the right one. It is out, so it's only a single point on the board for Team Thompson here in the second end. And hang on, we're coming back in a few minutes.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Whoa. And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Well, Todd, that was pretty interesting in that second end.
So Corinne with a nice hit and stick here, taking that blue one out, and then Carla coming back with the hit and roll over, and then we had the measure, and I won the bet. It was out.
Oh, right, you won. That's right, too. But just for the record, I did say I won it out as well. But that was, again, we can't reiterate, you have to make that shot. If you hit and roll out and it turns out to be in, you'd be mad at yourself.
That's right.
So, take your point, even in, as you pointed out.
But take a chance for 2.
But take your chance for 2. And the team came down and all looked at it and thought it was in.
Yep, so it was a team decision. So Trista Van Dale called for the guard and just short of the rings. Perfect in the free guard zone there.
It's about as tight as you can get, I think.
I think so, yeah. So Corinne elects to go to the open side with Sam's first rock at the end.
And we saw this end plan from Corinne yesterday. As soon as the center went up from Team Gouchelak, she did go to the open side, kind of T-line wait, and then makes her opposition make the decision what they want to do.
Okay, it's curling now, UB7.
So 7 is about T-line wait.
15-1.
So their game plan seems to be early in the ends with last rock to be a little bit defensive and go to the open side rather than take it right to the other team and go around that center guard.
And maybe if that guard was a little bit higher, Todd, they would probably elect to go around it, but it's a pretty tight guard.
Absolutely.
So Trista Van Dale looking for the hit and roll towards center.
Yep. Yep.
Nice weight.
Nice shot.
10.
Corinne looking just to replace the colors here. Stay right there.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
Just want to give a shout out to our officiating crew this week. Kathy McKenzie and her entire crew have been fantastic all week to work with. And we had a, whoa, better jump to that.
Wow, that one sure curled. That was a surprise.
Top 8's great.
I'm not sure what happened with that one. It looks like the weight was good. She might have just been a little soft. And we did talk yesterday, Todd, on this kind of ice with so much curl. You have to be very precise in your release. You have to be very definite.
Here's a replay of that one.
Yeah.
Sweeping hard for a piece. Not quite enough on that one.
Room.
A little fresher spot, maybe not played yet.
Mine's pretty
That's
good.
true. We haven't played out in that path yet. You gotta have a nice extension on this kind of ice. Get that rock to run straight for as long as possible before it hits the break point.
Yep. That lets Team Thompson come around, try and attempt to come around their center guard. Well, they'll split them in.
Yeah, plan B for sure. Line 3. It's not a bad result.
No, it keeps Team Brown from proceeding on their game plan to potentially get to this end. They're going to try and clean these rocks up.
Quarter to a third.
Yep.
Looking for a double here. What a great shot. Almost gets a triple.
Got all the rocks moving there and ended up with the corner guard of the deal.
Yeah, that's a great result for Desiree Hawes. Well thrown, well called, well swept. Gets the top 2 double and almost jams it. Oh, could have had a triple there. But most importantly, cleans up the center line.
Yeah. Yeah, Brown's trying to play to the corners and keep that center clear for a last draw. So Team Thompson doesn't like that corner guard. They're going to try and take that away and roll it into the rings.
Yep, keep that force alive.
Yeah, another nice shot there. Desiree's asked to remove the top of those 2 blue and roll over a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Whoa. Ah, shoot, sorry, I blew that.
I guess she was trying for the double, was she, Todd?
I think so, or even a hit and roll with the double. I think the rollover was more important for them. A little bit too close to the nose and leaving those rocks stacked up a bit. So. But red rock in the rings, and Team Thompson's going to have to deal with that one.
Yeah, and Kristen's going to try and hit and roll away from that area and separate her blue stones.
This one seems to be curling right away.
Plan B here, try and get to the other way.
Got away with that one.
Yeah, and we could just watch what, you know, in the second end, Kristen's overcurled as well. It was the intern that overcurled. This time it was an out turn. So just maybe keeping an eye on that. He tried to go plan B, but it was almost too late for that as well.
That's right, yeah. Caught in between. You never know which one, whether to go for the plan B or stick with the original plan.
Well, apparently I created a new word, in-betweener, yesterday.
In-betweener?
Yeah,
Oh.
apparently. That's what Terry said.
I'll watch for that in the dictionary coming up.
It works. It works. So nose hit here for Aaron Pincott.
Same weight. That was nice.
Late stages of this end, Team Brown will likely look at trying to blanket. Good brushing to keep that one straight.
Yeah, both teams have had opportunities this end to try and make something happen, but a couple of half shots and rollouts and nice doubles have reduced this down to the one rock in play.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Hard. Really hard. No roll.
There must be quite a bit of curl there. That's that one crossed the face there as well, and that's where they had the miss earlier in the end. So we'll have to watch that spot.
Pinch more. 11.
So Carl is probably pretty happy just hitting that one on the nose, sticking on that center line there.
11.
Both teams throwing really nice control weight on this super keen ice, 10 and a half and 11. Gives lots of room for the sweepers to make these precise shots.
That's very true, and that's why it's so important to make sure you throw to the broom. You throw in a positive motion. Because as we've seen, once it starts curling, Todd, it's really hard to control on this kind of ice.
Absolutely.
Nice shot.
Okay, guys. Nice 10 right on the nose.
So no sign of fatigue from these teams that have played all these games this week and a playoff game, and now here on the Sunday, everybody's into this game and sweeping hard today.
Yeah, these both teams so fit. This is, you watch curling now, it's a long journey. You started back here on Tuesday, I believe we started, and it's been nonstop curling since then. And Team Brown even having that extra game last night, late last night, and had to come back early this morning.
Yep.
That one was 10. We'll throw the same weight. I thought it was down.
So Carla's looking for a nose hit here on
Same
her
weight.
last rock of the third end. Wants to force Corinne Brown to have to throw a peel to blank the end.
Yep. Heavy, please.
You always want your opposition to earn the blank. You don't want to give them a freebie.
That's right. Carl will try and make sure that Corinne can make this hit and roll out here.
Job done.
Stuck it in the rings. So I don't think any, the teams get, is it 36 minutes to play the games? 38 minutes to play the games. And I don't think we've had any time problems this week here at the Torrential Scotties.
Nope, I don't think so. And with a couple of kind of, you know, easy, fast ends here, these two teams should have no problems.
Yep, they're banking up some time for later on.
Exactly. Yeah, 38 minutes thinking time and 2 one-minute timeouts per team.
Corinne looking like Peel wait on this one.
Whoa!
I think she's got success.
Yep, nice shot.
So a blank here in the third end. And Team Thompson still up 1-0. We will be back at the BC Scotties Championship. I'm just started looking at the fans. We'll be back in a minute.
Curling, the game with the ice and the rocks and the sweeping and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
And we are back here in the third end. We had a blank attempt, just exchange of rocks for the last couple of stones until this shot right here. Corinne Brown with the peel, blanks the end, and off to the fourth.
That's right. So Corinne will retain the hammer for this end, and I think we'll probably see some corner guards go up after this first shot here.
Yeah, so we're back into an even end here. Corinne Brown with the hammer. This is the time to try and get something going.
Running a bit. Running. Really running. Okay.
Trista looking for top 8, top 4. And then we'll see if Corinne decides to walk up and put a corner guard.
3 should be all there.
Okay, corner guard called for Team Brown, so they're going to make an attempt to get some rocks in play and get their 2 here. It's interesting, Melissa, both teams are playing really high percentage today. A team percentage for Team Brown, 91, and 89 for Team Thompson. That's a really good start for everybody. That's what they would hope for. Both skips also are still at 100%.
Wow, those are great numbers. As this game progresses, as we know, it gets a little bit more intense, and you can just start feeling the tension with each team because, as you know, the winner of this game will go on to play Team Van Osh in the final of the BC Scotties, the winner going on to Penticton for the National Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and the loser will be eliminated.
That's right. A week of play comes down to this game.
Exactly.
2.5. Line's pretty good. It's kind of hanging out there.
What a great event Victoria Curling Center has put on. Thanks to Danielle Callens, who is the chair of this event, and all her volunteers. What a fantastic week it's been.
Can you come right to it or no?
Yeah, it's been excellent. Our club here at Victoria certainly looks great with all the setup for the stands on the ice and lots of fans. Good turnout from our club.
Isn't the end of the world. Nice 10 years out.
Yeah, it's been busy here this week.
Mm-hmm. Hit and roll behind the corner attempt for Team Brown.
Whoa. Yep.
Yeah, they're not too worried about getting the double. Most importantly is where the shooter ends up. Really want to try and get it behind that center or corner guard.
That's a really nice shot for Sam there. Got part behind that corner guard, keeping it in play, so Team Thompson has to deal with that rock.
If you get the top one, it's okay. If you like that, then it'll stick around. Okay.
We're getting quite a bit of ice here for the inside-out takeout here.
I think she's throwing about a 12, I think I heard her say, which is maybe about hack weight. If they tick the corner, it's not the end of the world, but I think most importantly, Carla wants to keep another blue rock in play somewhere.
No. Close, close, yeah!
I think they're saying stop.
Sweeping for some curl here now.
What a fantastic shot.
Yeah, look at nice control weight on that.
Usually when you have 4 sheets of ice out there, it is pretty loud, but with one, you think that the girls could have heard her say stop.
Here's the replay coming by the guard.
Yeah, they got by that guard by a ton, actually.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure. She was aggressive on the sweep, and that's good.
9-5.
Corinne's looking for the nose double and stick, I believe, with 9-5 call on the weight. A little heavier.
Yeah, with that roll from Shannon, it rolled towards the center, and it's really got something going on for them in that forefoot area. So Corinne wants to clear it up a little here. She needs to make sure she has access to the forefoot if she needs it.
Just got the one on that one, but stuck in the ring, so that's the key on that one.
I think she's called, did she call it 12 again?
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, me too. So same weight. Yep. So just waiting for it to break off the center there. It takes a little longer.
Hard, Trista. Go, 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 go. Hard. 11-7. That's fine.
Oh, nice shot on that one too, and good separation between those rocks. No double. That would be a very thin double. So Corinne's just going to go straight for shot rock here and try and get the roll behind their corner guard. Here's the replay on that one. Nicely swept. High side, roll across.
Yep, really hard, really hard. Really hard. Whoa.
Plan B is try and go the other way.
Yes.
Roll in behind that blue one and out the other side a little bit.
What kind of weight do you want? 12? Okay.
Carla calling Kirsten to remove that one.
Yeah, and that's a good weight call, I think, Todd. She originally said 12, but just because you're out there a little bit farther, you may get a bigger break, so and a fresher piece of ice. So maybe just throwing in an 11 gives the sweepers a better opportunity.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes.
Oh, caught the blue one on the way by.
11-3.
So I have to say, Todd, that's probably about 4 or 5 overcurls for Kristen so far this game.
Do you have all of it?
Watch this one come down.
Is it 10?
Yeah, they just couldn't hold it.
Nope.
The good news is it's still in the rings and it is shot rock.
So Corinne's elected to call a hit on it. At this point, with that behind the tee line, she could go right to going around the corner guard, trying to build this end.
Hard.
I agree with you, actually. We should, if she throws a come around, they have to deal with something, and she'll probably be setting herself up for a safe deuce, but. Good shot by Erin Pincott.
Yeah, so that's Team Brown sitting there too, fairly split across the rings, so that's a pretty good position.
They really like to roll towards center if they could. Get it away from the corner guard. It's a nice shot by Kristen. It's always nice to make that second one if you've missed your first, Todd.
That's right. a good comeback shot.
So Erin Pencott looking for the hit and stick or the hit and roll towards the corner.
Really hard all the way. Really
Well, this one got to center really fast.
Really hard! Hard, you're holding it. Really hard!
Yeah, they're sweeping for a piece here.
Yeah. So opportunity presented itself for Team Brown here in the fourth, but unfortunately with a couple of those half shots, they are looking at a pretty open end.
Yeah, Team Brown could make the choice though, and they're going to end up with a rock in the rings and a corner guard. There's still enough pieces there to create a deuce for the end, so it just depends on how aggressive they want to get here.
Exactly.
If we beak, it's not terrible.
What would Team Reese Hansen do, Team BC?
Well, I would hope they'd go around the corner guard, but
but they'd hit, wouldn't they?
It depends, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what Corinne decides to do. Obviously, if Carla happens to roll out, they definitely will be going around the corner.
Absolutely.
Clean,
But we'll see what happens.
Hard! Hard for the roll! Go! Hard! 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 Roll! Anything, Jen?
All right, decision. There you go, Coach Todd.
You bet, that's a great call. Good opportunity to put some pressure on the opposition.
Okay.
And go after your two.
I don't think that much, right?
Great call, I like it.
Yeah. I only have 15 too.
Yeah, the Team Thompson rock, although in the rings, back behind the tee line, almost full 8 foot,
hey?
but leaves lots of room for, you know, if Team Brown can't get this one behind the guard and it doesn't work out for a two, it's, you know, it could either be dealt with a hit or lots of room to draw.
Yeah, big scoring area right now, and that's
Yeah.
the key if this doesn't work out.
15-5.
So looking for about a 15-2, 15-3, I think she said. Try and get this one buried behind the corner. Give it to your brushers.
Haven't seen a draw down this path, but we've seen a number of soft weight hits, so we'll see how this one reacts.
Right off.
So they're calling 6-7, which is already T-line.
It's got to sit.
7 plus. It looks like it's got a little extra legs on it. Line's great, just maybe a foot too heavy, hey Todd?
Yep, second shot behind the tee line there.
15, I guess, eh?
Take about 4 feet off of that, it's a brilliant shot.
That should be pretty good. Okay.
So Carla Thompson will attempt to put one right on top of that red. Doesn't need to come right back to it, just needs to split the rings here.
And that's a good point because Carla's taken about 4 or 5 inches more
it doesn't need to be right to it, but
ice than Corinne just did because she doesn't need to be that close.
back tee's great.
Yeah, they don't need to flirt with that
No.
corner guard. Anything in the 8 foot here, a little bit behind the tee would be great, so there's no potential double.
I think I'm there, Shan. Shan, it's there.
T, back 4.
This is a lot wider than Corinne's.
Yeah, this one's running. They called it T back 4.
Go easy, we can't go for late. No, Trista.
It's got to be second shot.
Sit.
Looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice
Very
shot.
nice shot. That's it.
Pretty good, the double jam. So.
Corinne will put the broom down and attempt to make her hit and stick for one.
Yeah, nose hit for 1 against 2 blue Thompson stones.
10 right on the nose.
It's a big shot for Corinne. She really wants to make this one.
This one's hugging the center line a little bit. It's curling nice now.
I like the word clean.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot. Good shot by Corinne. So she ties up the game 1-1. We're almost through halfway, Todd, here at the semifinal.
On to the fifth.
On to the fifth. We'll be back.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams on and off the ice.
Definitely some opportunities here in the fourth for Corinne Brown, but with this one of her first, just slips a little too far. That gives an opportunity to Carla Thompson to throw another one in there pretty much anywhere, just to sure not to set up the double. And she made it perfect. Corinne Brown coming back with a nose hit for the single point against 2 and ties this game up 1-1 after 4. So heading into the fifth end, Team Thompson now has hammer. This is Sam Fisher.
Okay, it's not curling yet. Have a look, I think
like
there.
1-all score after 4. The scoreboard doesn't show that each team has had opportunities for 2.
Exactly.
And it just hasn't turned out. A half shot here or a miss there. And some nice doubles. Cleans things up.
Yeah, both teams trying to get something going, that's for sure. So this is where we see just a little bit different game plan from Team Thompson, where the center guard went up from Team Brown. Instead of going to the side, they immediately decide to go around that center guard and try and bring the play to the center.
Line's pretty good.
The idea behind this is that you don't really, the team with the last rock doesn't really need that want that center guard, but this is a way to take it away by being first in.
Exactly.
I got a big time.
Nice weight on that one.
Great line, though.
Yeah, really nice shot by Trista Vandale. So Sam Fisher looking to duplicate that shot. Just freeze to the face of it. Just like to take a minute to thank our sponsors who helped make this event so successful. Kruger Products, obviously presented by Best Western, Bel Air Direct, Ice King, Ambrosia Apples, and all the local sponsors that have helped put this event on this week. It's just been tremendous.
That's great. We get great support from sponsors in curling, and curlers are a loyal crew as well.
14-9.
Just push it back.
14-9.
Yeah, well, if you're just throwing draw weight, it'll be fine.
Sam with nice line on that one and taps the blue back a little bit.
So with that separation, it looks like Carla's going to ask Trista just to throw, just draw weight, back 4,
you guys
back
like
8.
Here better? Okay.
Yeah, this is all about positioning, not about removing that stone.
Exactly. And I think they've just changed their mind now. They're just going to corner freeze on the inside of that red stone, trying to get something set up here instead of moving things around.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. No need to move that rock right now. If you take control of that center line in the control zone in front of the 4-foot there, that's the key part for this shot.
Room, just top 8.
Top 8. Top 12.
Gotta work. Still got a curl. Got a curl. It's got a curl. Got a curl.
Top 12.
No. Go, Kristen.
So definitely didn't get the finish there, Todd, that they were looking for.
No, and the sweepers really good to react to that. They knew the weight needed to go, and were getting good line call from their skip. Worked that one to nose, but it certainly looked like it was definitely a wider track on that one. So Team Brown's going to go the other way and try and get one in there on top of Shot Rock.
Yeah, that blue Thompson stone sitting back button right now. Great opportunity here for Desiree Hawes to put one right on the face of it. If she can lock it on, Team Thompson's going to be in a bit of trouble. You hear that 7, that's T-line weight for zones. Don't want to be heavy here and bounce off.
Okay, that's good, Des.
Yeah, a little bit heavy on that one. That would have been nice just to come right up to that. Gives Team Thompson a chance perhaps to get inside.
So it looks like Shannon can maybe see edge to edge of that one. So they're going to throw about a 12 hog to hog and try and get to the inside of that red stone. They're going to flirt with the center guard here, though.
That's the pro side miss. If you take that center guard off, that's not so bad for Team Thompson.
So Thompson lies 2.
Well thrown. A little less weight on that one. They might have got that inside bounce on that.
She's looking to get to the nose of this one as well, I think, Todd.
Mm-hmm.
The double is there, but she would lose her shooter.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This is, again, all about positioning your rocks.
Hard, Aaron. You got it. Hard, 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 hard.
Maybe a little less curl on this side of the sheet. We've seen a couple of them where they're sweeping them to try and get it to curl at the end there. As opposed to away from the stands, we're seeing huge curl.
So Carla thinking it's time now to get rid of that center guard. Try and open up the forefoot. Right now she has 0 access to the button.
Yep.
So needs to make sure that she will have access at some point if she needs it.
Nice shot, straight peel on that one. Corinne's going to make a play on that blue rock there, and the result of that will be red coming back on blue. So I think that's probably the best call available right now.
Yeah, I believe if she just noses this one, she'll be line 2.
Yes, hard. Hard.
Called for sweeping right away.
Hard. Hard.
It'd be great if she could separate those two, like change the angle. What a great shot.
That is a great shot.
That was the key there, is not only just to nose it. You knew you were going to catch the back one no matter what, but to make sure you change the angle of those front two, Todd,
11,
so that Team Thompson can play the same one. That is a great call. Great throw by Erin Pincott.
And you see that angle on the front, that red isn't accessed by taking that blue, that red one away now. Blue does have straight back on their own now.
I like a little more than 11 if it's this one.
Yeah, almost rolled about an inch too far.
Mm-hmm. But if you're Team Brown with redstones after this shot, your rocks are up front. That's you're still feeling pretty good about this.
That's a pretty good shot. Got 2 of those red ones away from that control zone 4-foot area. That's key.
Yeah, It definitely opens up access. Here's a replay of that one.
So Trista trying to get it to curl, wanted to hit it a little bit thicker perhaps, and maybe get more of action on that second red stone. But it gets it out of the forefoot. Looking a little better now for Team Thompson.
So Team Brown going a little offensive here, looking like they're going to put a guard up on that blue one there. They do have the choice of attempting to rip that one out of there, leaving themselves sitting 2. But turning up the heat a little bit here.
Room, line's good. Where?
So third, second stone, this is a really good call, but taking your chances for sure.
Hard! Really hard! Hard! Go, go, go! Yep.
Really nice shot.
Yeah, I think they probably wanted that a couple inches closer to the center line, Todd, just to prevent what Carla's just about to do here, asking Kristen to freeze to the red stone that's back button.
Yes.
It is an aggressive call guarding a rock that's behind the tee line, allowing Team Thompson to come down to it.
Very.
You always hate guarding and regretting it later.
Exactly. You look good at the time,
yeah.
hey?
Line straight.
Yeah, Kristen makes a perfect rock here. The thing is, though, the scoring area will be pretty small, so they might end up forcing them.
True.
Go, push! Yep, yep! Yes! Hard! Hard!
A little bit of an overcurl on that one, too.
Yeah, it might have been just a couple feet light, hey? That's a big miss there by Kristen.
Do you like that? I think we... What do you guys think? That's what I was thinking here.
Now they could slap the guard on this one as well, but they've elected to change up a little bit and go for a hit on this one.
Do you like this call?
I think I do. Yeah,
this you like the hit?
That blue rock's a dangerous rock for Team Brown, and it's the one that Team Thompson's going to put to use here if it's still there.
Be nice not to clip that one that's sitting back button, though, if you just hit it a little tiny bit low side.
You can change the angle on those 2 frozen stones, too,
True.
to your benefit. So good things can happen on this one. A little across the face.
Yeah, anywhere low side does change the angle. That's a fantastic shot.
That's perfect.
And she agrees. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's perfect.
What a nice throw by Corinne Brown. And a great call by Aaron. Just slightly low side. Not only removes the blue opposition stone, but as you said, changes that angle. And Carla Thompson in a little bit of trouble here in 5.
Yeah, if she can make a good shot here and double these 2 off, leaving an angle onto that back red one, then this could turn out okay for her. Other option for Team Thompson is perhaps going around, play that freeze that they had originally tried as well, but
it's a pretty lonely blue one in there right now,
absolutely,
hey?
yeah, you might want another one in there.
Yeah.
Close, really close. Yes! 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 Whoa! Whoa!
Go, 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 go.
Sweeping for curl again. Wow.
Wow. That is unbelievable. What a great result.
Here it is.
What a shot by Carla Thompson.
Just catches those 2 red and redirects, leaving them sitting 2 blue. Very nice shot.
I don't think any of them expected that.
No, you don't call them when they're that good.
Well, that was a huge change of events here.
Yeah, now Team Thompson looking to perhaps earn their 2 here.
Yeah, so Corinne Brown throwing the out-turn hit, trying to get flip in behind the blue rock sitting top 8.
All she can do is try and make Team Thompson's next shot more difficult.
Exactly.
Go, Sam!
Hits that one on the nose, so it's nose hit for 2 for Team Thompson.
All right, beat 10.5, 11.
Calling for nice control weight again. Let the
10.5,
sweepers
11,
walk that
it.
one right into that object stone there.
Yeah, there's lots of room there this time.
I like 11.
And she's got some room to roll if she needs it. So last 3 rocks, major turn of events here in the 5th. Team Thompson looking into a lot of trouble, actually has a chance for 2 here in 5.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Trista, Trista, Trista! Hard, Trista, go! Go, Trista!
Needing some curl here.
Trista, go! Great sweep, Trista. 6!
Oh, did it stay?
I think it's only 1.
I think it's a 1.
Opportunity missed by Carla Thompson. Makes a magnificent call on shot on her first,
At the end.
but I'm not sure it's there. They're calling for the measure.
I think so.
I'm picking it's red.
Ah, you beat me to it.
That'll even us out for
Yeah.
the game.
Sorry, girls. Your weight was good, though, hey? Quiet. I thought you were going to fall on the last sweep there.
Is that? Yeah.
All right, another measure.
We'll put these officials to good use here.
For sure. They haven't been that busy so far in the playoff games, so I've got to keep them busy.
Doesn't quite curl up.
Isn't that the great thing about curling? We don't need to talk to the officials very often.
It really came hard, though.
So if this is a 1 for Team Thompson, it'll be a 2-1 lead with Brown having last rock and 6 in the even ends again.
Yeah, this would be an unfortunate missed opportunity for...
I think it's 2. I think it's only 1.
Oh, one of them thinks it's 2 and one of them thinks it's 1.
Split decision.
It's only 1.
It's only 1.
Yeah.
All right, 1 point for Team Thompson on the board, 2-1.
I'm Carla. Nice to meet you.
And we're into the 5th end break.
Oh, wait. Can I take my coat off?
Curling! The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
I'm joined here with Carla Thompson. You guys have taken the lead. You're playing another Kamloops team, so it's Kamloops versus Kamloops right now. Saw you play yesterday. You were defeated. Do you think perhaps that might have fueled your fire in today's game?
Oh, for sure. I didn't have my best game yesterday, and the girls played really well, so I'm picking it up to have a better game today.
Wonderful, and definitely this is evenly matched right now. You must know the girls. You're both from Kamloops, played them before. What kind of strategies are you going to take forward in the next half of this game?
Just taking advantage of any opportunity that we get, because we know they're a great team and they're going to make lots of shots, so any mistake they make, we need to take advantage of it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for keeping us entertained. It's been a great game so far, and we wish you the best of luck in the next half.
Thanks, Emily.
And back to Todd and Melissa up in the booth.
Wow, Todd, that 5th end was pretty crazy. 1 minute there, Team Thompson in a ton of trouble. The next minute, they have a shot for 2. they get one.
That's right. Yeah, it's an unfortunate little rollout there. Definitely a great opportunity for two. Even Team Brown looking good for a force or a steal early on, and that end just changed it around totally.
For sure. It was just a massive change of events here. So first 5 ends, each team had their opportunities for sure.
Oh, we've got the replay. Oh, we're recapping. Okay, so Shannon there with her double from the first end, cleaning things up there.
Yeah, some early opportunities for sure. That's the peel attempt, or blank attempt, pardon me.
Here's Corinne in the second.
This is that all-important decision. It was whether you hit for 2, thinking you get 2, or just hitting for 1. They just elected to hit for 2. The measure told us otherwise. They only get their single.
Here's Corinne coming down.
Just a bit heavy on that draw.
Yeah.
Gives Carla this opportunity to lie 2, so Corinne has no other option but hit and stick for 1 against 2.
There's Carla in the 5th end. That was her really nice double. Set her up for the 2. Corinne comes back with the hit and stick, and here comes Carla for her shot for 2. Little rollout on the high side.
Yeah, just an inch or 2 too far. We just got a little extra sweep. Carla knew it. But they went to a measure, and it was 1 only for Team Thompson.
Yeah.
So there you go.
2-1 after 5.
2-1 after 5 here at the semifinal of the BC Scotties. We'll be back for the last half of the BC Scotties semifinal in a few minutes.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
I'm not sure.
And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Rivals. Noun. A person or thing competing with another for the same objective or for superiority in the same field of activity.
The BCHL is back live on Shaw TV. Things will heat up on the ice as island rivals face off against one another up and down and all around Vancouver Island. 5 teams are all fighting one another to claim the status of island champs. Tune in for our monthly island matchup, only on Shaw TV.
The 2018 Bel Air Direct BC Men's Curling Championship, January 31st to February 4th at the Parksville Curling Club. Teams from across the province will compete to represent BC at the National Championship. The final 4 games will air live on BC Shaw TV stations and stream online for viewers across the country. The 2018 Bel Air Direct BC Men's Curling Championship, only on Shaw TV.
Well, Todd, here we are back. The 2018 BC Women's Championship presented by Best Western. Turn of events there in the 5th end. Lots of opportunities, some missed opportunities. What are we going to see for the last half?
Well, I bet you both teams are going to try and turn up the heat here. I think probably we'll see some action in the next couple of ends here as they try and put some pressure on the other teams. We've seen the percentages up to the 5th end break here, and it seems like Team Brown's a little low on the draw percentages. Those are what's probably hurting them in their attempt to try and get 2. Other than that, you know, both teams are hitting very well, but it might be a little different in the draw weight today, or a little bit of nerves perhaps. Everybody's a little bit not quite on the draw weight yet.
And I think one of the big things too in positional play is that Erin Pincott is out curling Kristen Rexseedler right now, so Kristen's going to have to pick up her game for the last 5.
That's right, and that'll help out her skip at the other on her shots as well. The 3rd really sets up the skipper on that.
So with Hammer here in the 6th end, the all-important even end, Corinne Brown looking for a corner guard. Wants to try and manufacture a deuce here in the 6th.
2.5.
He's willing to take a few
there,
chances.
Guys, it looks all there. It looks all there. Looks all there. Erin clean.
Looks like this one will stop out front okay. Just.
Just. Yeah, that's a pretty tight corner.
Yeah. The sweepers had backed off to call line on that one.
So Trisha Vandale looking to put this one center line, maybe biting top 12. Doesn't want to come in too deep.
Line's good. Doesn't need. We'll be okay.
Both teams had 5-minute breaks, had an opportunity to talk to their coaches, Allison McInnes for Team Brown and 5th player Diane DeZura for Team Thompson. So probably looking for some words of advice of how to play this last 5. It's a pretty tight game so far.
Huh?
Well, that guard didn't quite curl up enough. The rock on the button's exposed for Team Brown to make a play on. Corinne's calling hack weight on this one.
Easy hack. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little down. Right off. Not up. Close. Whoa, whoa. Des, you gotta go. Hard.
Desiree's really trying to get some finish on this rock. Enough to push that blue stone out. Not sure it'll make it right out of the rings.
Okay, Sam.
No, pushes that behind the corner guard though. Key part was getting that off the center line on the button there.
So Shannon Jonice looking for a nose hit. Try to lie 2 without hammer here in 6.
No. Trista! Trista! Hard, Trista! Hard for a piece! Hard for a piece! Hard for a piece! Go, go, go.
You don't like it when your skip's yelling hard for a piece.
No.
That's a big piece.
But rolled out of the rings on that
Yeah.
one. So
I think we can still get around there, eh? Yeah.
So Corinne has a freebie shot here to have Des go behind this corner guard. This trying to build her 2.
Yeah, she could go around the corner, or center guard, obviously, opposition stone though, so she's elected to go around her own corner. Try and keep the center line open for now.
Whoa, row. Whoa, Aaron, whoa. It's got to come off the blue first. Close.
6-7 is about
You're fine for line.
top 4 T-line weight. Weight's good.
Yep. Whoa.
But through the hole, no problem.
Okay.
It's a great shot.
Nice shot.
I got 15-3 on that.
Like doing that? Same weight? Okay.
Carla's calling Shannon to take off this corner guard and roll into the rings.
Yeah, that one fully buried
Close.
the Team Brown stone, so try and get another blue one in the rings. Hit and roll. Really want to roll away from there for sure.
Do you guys like this?
Rolled enough to the center that things are accumulating on the center line. That's Team Thompson's looking to do.
So Corinne Brown just conferring with the team. Do they want to split the rings or come around the center guard?
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Do you, Todd?
No, I think this is a great call coming around that center guard.
Yeah, it puts lots of pressure back on Team Thompson.
That's right. If you don't do it, they're going to do it.
Exactly. You want to go first. Make them chase you. Key here is to be above the T line.
Room. Whoa, just leave it. Leave it high.
It's got lots of room on this one. Not quite getting the finish they were expecting.
Very piece. Go.
Just going to get a corner under there.
Go.
It's a nice shot.
Good, that's nice throw.
Great weight. I just don't think we're getting the curl away from the, or on the other side of the sheet from the stands.
No, and that's what we saw yesterday as well. It's curling a lot away from those stands, but not so much towards. I mean, you still have 3-4 feet of curl, but not getting that hard finish.
Yeah. Isn't that great that 3 and 4 feet of curl is just not enough anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Weight's good.
Close. 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 Trista. Go, Trista. Hard, Trista. Hard, Trista.
It's got a lot of curling to do here, Todd.
Avoid the jam.
She's got a piece.
Go, 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 go. Good, Stephen.
But it jams it on their own stone. Ooh, another big miss there. Kristen not having her best game so far today.
No. Here's a replay of that one.
Trista doing everything she can to get some finish on that, but you can see she gets by the guard plenty. They can see the whole rock, but unfortunately jams it. So a hit and stick to sit 3 for Team Brown. This will put a ton of pressure on Team Thompson because Team Brown having hammer here in 6. We haven't seen a deuce yet on the board, so we're looking for one at this end.
It's decision time for Team Thompson. They could decide just to go around that center guard.
On their 11?
Looks like they'll elect to play the hit on the one in the top 8 foot there. Soft weight again on this takeout call, 11 seconds. Lots of room to roll to here. Center guard and corner guard really close together up front.
Yeah, she doesn't have to get the perfect roll behind those guards. She does have lots of room. And this is going to be a great shot. Good rebound shot by Kristen. The good news is she had lots of room to go on this shot. Hey, Todd, she can go behind the guard. She could have gone all the way over to the red stones.
Yeah, there was a huge range of success there. All the way to bumping those red ones. It would have stayed right in the pocket there. So Corinne was thinking about coming around and freezing. Scoring area would have been quite small there. She's elected. Looks like she's elected to peel off that center guard.
If she ever gets a miss out of Team Thompson here in the last couple stones, she still might have access to get a multiple end. So this is a good call, getting rid of those blue stones.
Yeah, after this shot, you look down and you see 1 blue and 2 red, and you wonder who's sweating down there.
Yeah, that's right. And I think Carla, being the veteran that she is not going to leave any extra counters in the ring, so she's going to play the double. That big shot by Kristen Rexeler's turned this end completely around for Team Thompson.
Last one.
We're looking for a little more weight on this one to make the double. Won't be able to hold the shooter on this one though, so Corinne will come to her decision point as to whether she'll make a play on that blue one or just move on to the next end.
Clean. Shannon. Hard, Shannon. Hard, Shannon. You got it. Go. Hard, Shannon.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Well swept.
Thank you, Shannon.
That's a nice skip. Shannon Jonice sweeping this one the whole way to get a thick enough piece. Just a thick enough piece to get both rolling out of the rings.
Love your sweepers.
That's right. They make those skips look good. All right.
Straight on the nose.
Corinne Brown looking for a nose hit. It's amazing, 3 rocks ago we had 5 or 6 rocks in play, and now we have 1.
That's right.
Great to you guys.
Good shot there. We're just looking. Team Thompson's looking to exchange stones here. Make Corinne make the hit and roll out here in 6.
I'll throw a 10.5.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah, a couple of great shots setting up this end. Kristen making that great hit and roll, and then Aaron coming back with doubling the guards off, and Carla with the double on the 2 rocks in the rings. So a couple of doubles and a hit and roll, and are all gone.
Yeah, you can just feel the momentum going in one way, then the other way, then the other way. So this is a great game, back and forth. And even with the small mistakes that are being made, there's still some opportunities there, opportunities knocking. So it's going to be a game of patience here in the last couple ends. Nice hit by Carla. So blank attempt, Corinne Brown here in 6.
I gave you a little break on that one, Shannon.
Just peel.
Clean is good.
Corinne likes that one.
All right, so we have a blank in 6. Score remains 2 Thompson, 1 Brown after 6 complete here at the 2018 BC Scotties. We'll be back in a few minutes.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Whoa. And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Todd, that 6th end gave us lots.
Yeah, here's Kristen's hit and roll. Really changed this end. It was a beauty shot. There's Carla with their double. Taking away any chance for 2. And Corinne with the hit and roll out, preserving that hammer. So she'll take the hammer into the 6th end, down 2-1.
Carla knows now without hammer here in the 7, she needs to start maybe taking a few more risks until she can get hammer back. So she comes up, calls a tight center on the first one. Typically, we've seen Corinne Brown go to the rings. This time, where she's actually going to come around that center. I think this is a good call.
Yeah, I think so too. It's time to get something going.
Okay, keep it out there.
Corinne will call Sam to come in
Wait,
first.
Wait, it's fine, line's fine. Oh, it looks hot. Looks hot. Can you go right back? I don't
They'd love this to be ahead of the tee line.
Over there. Oh, it's all there.
There we go. That one slips to the back 12.
It's always those little mistakes, Todd, that seem to build up and build up as the game goes on. For Sam Fisher, obviously she wanted that one above the tee line because that just gives an open door for Team Thompson to get one right on that 4-foot buried right away early in this 7th end.
Absolutely, and the one behind the tee line doesn't help. It's backing, makes it more difficult to remove the other team's rock.
Exactly.
Way out there.
Trapeze! We're just tossed well.
Finish it.
Yeah,
Finish it.
go, Kristen.
Finish
Better.
it. Finish it. Go, everyone. Go. Help her, Shan. Everyone, go. Go.
So I wonder if that one got a corner around. That could be a good position. No, just edge on edge.
Edge on edge, I think.
So Team Brown can get inside of that one and get a rock at a really nice position here.
Yeah, just a nice easy weight. Sam Fisher.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Right off. Hard. You're close. Straight, straight. Oh, you're fine. Just clean.
Looks like this is going to be a good one. Right to the face. Nice shot. Nice weight. Got the flip in towards the center line. What a lovely shot.
Nice throw, Sammy.
9-8.
Here it is again. Nice hit and roll. Well swept.
Yeah, good call by Corinne.
It forces Team Thompson to deal with their center guard. They're called the run back on this one.
Yeah, I think they're playing the run back. If they get the straight peel, that's okay too.
Really close. Close. No. No.
This is nice control weight. She's not overthrowing this one.
Hard, Trista. Hard, Trista. Hard, Trista. Hard.
That's a great shot by Shannon Jonice. Sometimes you'll see teams go up and really want to throw that peel weight, but that was a really controlled weight that she threw. Wanted to give the sweepers a chance to manage it down the sheet of ice and gets that one off the forefoot. That's most important.
That's the important part.
They're not worried about that one at the back 12 right now.
No, now it's back to Team Brown, trying to get a rock in a good spot here. Looking for top 8, top 4. Going around on the straighter side here.
Tons of room. No, never for line. Never for line. Never for line.
Yeah, the straighter side and obviously full to the broom.
Close. Close.
If you leave this one alone, it will make its break.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, here comes the curl now.
Okay, that's fine. Sam, close. Just clean it. Someone clean it first. Clear it high. Full eight. Full eight. That's it. That's it. Good.
Yeah, well managed. Good position.
Yeah, nice shot.
You want to throw the same weight? 9-3.
They didn't have to sweep that one through the break point because they really needed the swing on it because she was full. So another opportunity here for Shannon Jonice to throw the run back.
The only thing she can do better here is stick this one behind her.
That's right.
No. Hard, Trista. Hard, Trista. Hard, Trista.
It's not bad, 2 run backs in one end.
That's not bad. You're right.
Yeah, didn't stick them as you said, but pretty darn good.
It's moved over a bit now, so I gave you a little less.
Really close to making that perfect, Todd. But the key with that one is, as well, is now the blue stone has actually rolled a little bit more away from center each time she's thrown that shot. So
a little bit of advantage to the team with last rock now.
5, 6.
Corinne's calling Des to come behind that guard again. Once again, waiting for the curl to come here. This will be in a nice spot, though.
No.
Nice drop.
Want to one more time? We could come here too.
This is a run back and come around clinic.
We can do this. That's pretty long.
Guess. Just going to do them over and over again.
I guess so.
Like a 12 or 13? 13? Huh? 13. Now to get it out. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to make a play on the back rock.
yeah, they feel that the way that was curling that maybe they can make a play on it. But I think they have to remember that we just discussed when you're sweeping rocks, if you let it go through the break point, it is going to curl a lot more. With the extra weight, it'll run straighter longer. So this will be interesting to see how this one reacts. Can't overthrow it, that's for sure.
12 and a half. Trista, little. Trista, little. Yes. Whoa. Shannon. Hard, Shannon.
It's got some curling to do for sure.
This is the weight they called.
Nice shot.
Very nice.
That's a tough shot to make. That was almost fully buried.
Yeah, that one's easy to overthrow.
Great control by Kristen Rexsealer on this. Nice sweeping. Just gets enough of that red stone to remove it from play. They knew they would likely lose their shooter.
So Aaron's going to put it back.
Aaron having a great game so far, curling 100% on draws heading into the sixth end.
Pull to the guard. Yep. Hard.
This one's a little tighter than the other, so it might stick out the other side on this.
Yeah, I think you're right, Todd. I think it did. Let's see a piece.
Do you have any of it or no?
Not a lot.
Do you want to run or do you want to draw? Okay. 9-8.
This is another run back coming. These are getting to be high-pressure shots. As the end goes on, we get closer and closer to skip stones. A missed run back. Could be a 3.
Missed run back here, absolutely. Team Brown has hammer in the 7th end.
Oh, nice shot.
That was so close to getting both.
So I gotta give you a hair more because the guard.
Not sure who was calling which way, but they were on, off. Ended up removing one, that's most important, and just caught the back one, but didn't have enough to roll out of play. Great shot by Kristen.
Just about. So another come around attempt for Aaron.
Yeah, the deuce still alive here for Team Brown.
I don't know how you can make it any better, but they're just going to keep trying.
They're going to keep trying.
Work a bit. There it goes.
You draw with her run back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna curl a
They're
lot.
creating high-pressure shots on their opposition, though. I mean, these run backs got to be close.
As you say, one miss there, Todd, and it could be 3 on the board.
Des, you gotta go. Yes, Des. Go, Des, you gotta go.
That's 16 seconds on this draw.
Go, Des.
Wow.
Go.
That's a good spot. Earlier, Kristen played a nice soft weight come around tap on this one. I wonder if
It's pretty high. I think I can get by.
they're going to do the same thing here. Yeah.
You know, at this point with Carla's first here in this end, Todd, you know that you right now are looking like you're going to give up a deuce. Is there, what about the corner freeze to that one, the red stone that was just thrown by Aaron, and really decrease the scoring area and make it more difficult to get their deuce rather than try this and potentially if you miss, you give up 3?
Absolutely. You could come down, freeze top of that red one on top 4-foot, really shrinking the scoring area down, making them draw 4-foot for their 2. It also takes away that back rock. So there's lots of good things and a huge range of success of coming down and making a freeze on that one.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what advantage you get by playing the hit on this, because you know your shooter's going to roll away or even roll out.
I agree. Past the guard. Makes another nice shot.
And it is a great shot, don't get me wrong, that's for sure, but it just gives Team Brown the exact same opportunity to do the same thing, whereas they're not making their shots harder right now. Team Brown's just throwing, a pretty high percentage shot in a draw. But if you have to throw to the 4-foot, it's a lot different scenario. So just not sure about that call.
No, I thought that might be time to try and close things down. So Corinne will try and make another come around here on this center guard. Maybe over curl it a little bit, so Team Thompson doesn't have that in-turn tap and roll out there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how much Team Brown talked about this, but they actually don't have to be 4-foot either. The higher almost is better.
That's right.
Except you do maybe give the opportunity for Carla to come around it if it's too high.
That's right, there's the trade-off.
That's right. But if you're top 4, then they will likely freeze on their next one. So this one's got lots of room, lots of curling to do.
We're 6. I can't help.
6 is about top 4, top 8.
That's a pretty good spot. Looks like Team Thompson will just go straight to that back one at this point and allow Corinne her 2. So Team Brown with opportunity for potentially 3 this end, but Team Thompson coming up with all the great shots. Wow, those are some high pressure runbacks and soft weight hits.
Yeah, fantastic curling. So open hit here, hit and stick for Carla. Force Corinne to have to earn her deuce.
You can just roll it out even. It's not going to be shot. It doesn't matter. Good. Okay.
There it is, the hit, a little bit roll. Corinne will ignore that, put the broom down, and look to draw 8-foot.
So we haven't had a deuce on the board yet here, Todd. This is a crucial point for Team Brown.
Absolutely, low scoring game, 2 is big.
Fight the 8. Yeah.
Pretty much taking the same path, maybe a couple inches extra ice.
So we're getting 16-second times into the 8-foot, so we'll see what Corinne ends up with here.
Do you need the top one, guys?
Sweepers aren't doing anything on this one.
Is it through?
Oh boy.
What's the timer?
14-3. This could be back.
If it picks up the curl, it might stop. I don't think it's going to. Oh, what a disappointment for Corinne Brown. That's a huge point left on the board. So, 2-2 after 7 semifinal BC Scotties Championship. We'll be back in a few minutes.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams on and off the ice.
What do you think?
Well, wow, I'm shocked at the end of that end. Corinne with a nice chance for 2. Just recapping the end here. Here's Corinne's shot.
The sweepers didn't even have a chance to do a thing with it. 14-4, I think you got hog to hog.
Yeah.
So run back after run back, draw after draw. Corinne has a wide open house to score her deuce.
So I guess as this game goes along, the pressure's turned up on everybody.
I think so. Yeah, she's not going to be happy with that at all, but she's going to have to shake it off and move on. 8th end, 3 ends to go. Team Thompson now with that all-important 8th end, even end hammer.
Throw, Sam.
Do you think we'll see Team Brown switch this around now and try and force Team Thompson to 1 here?
I think they're going to have to. They really want to get that hammer back.
Yeah.
So nice center guard thrown from Sam Fisher. Trista Vandale wasting no time coming around it.
This 8th end's really the setup end for the 10th.
Exactly.
If you're the team with the hammer, you'd love to score 2 here. You'd take control of this game. But team with hammer scoring 1's okay too.
Yeah, it's not that all important. You definitely want to score here. You don't want to be the team that doesn't when you have that all important 8th and 10th.
So we might see Team Brown mix it up and try and force or even go for a steal here. And Team Thompson might switch to the other way, keeping it clean, keeping it open. Look for a 2 without any risk.
It's a great shot there by Trista, just top 12, half buried. Forces Team Brown to go the other way.
Hard, guys. Line's great. Hard. Hard to go. Great. Hard.
This is the curl spot here, so probably not as keen as that other turn.
Yeah, definitely need a little bit extra weight here for the curl. Pretty good spot though.
Not bad.
But if Trissa can get one half to full buried behind those two red centers, pressure's going to be back on Team Brown in the 8th end without Hammer. Still early, of course.
It's funny, the difference on the sides. We can see every single rock on this side, this end, has been swept hard.
Yes.
Whereas on the other side, the sweepers are standing there.
Yeah, and you think back to that last shot of Corinne's. If she would have thrown the other turn, which it wasn't there, but if you would have thrown the other turn, it probably would have been okay for weight.
Right. So blue stopped short of the rings, just locked on that red one. Not the best spot having the overlapping guards for Team Thompson.
Okay, that's fine.
This gives Des Hawes a spot to come around.
And I really like to see Corinne just generous with the ice here, because we know what's going to happen, and you just need, again, that couple extra feet of weight.
Yeah, give it enough that the sweepers can come off and get to that break, and then bring it in once it goes.
Well then,
weight sounds good. It's a 7 out of their hands, so that's good.
We can do that. Whoa. Close the line. Line's good. Gotta sit. Whoa, no, don't go there.
This one's getting the good curl, but it's going to be behind the tee line.
Okay, Des.
Stays for shot.
14-9. 14-9.
Carla's having a look at that center line. It's pretty busy right now.
That's right.
There's still 2 ways into the 4-foot area.
Okay, well, let's do that. It might go right over the top of, it might, it'll catch this. It might get it right on, though.
It's not a bad play to unlock this. And you can roll over to a corner guard. Clean up the middle a little bit.
It looks like if you nose it, Todd, or just a little, maybe even on the inside, you might get lucky and the red one going over top of the blue on the 12-foot, but you actually might roll your other blue one into the rings.
That's right.
What kind of weight do you want to throw? Peel?
Oh. I was thinking maybe a little less weight.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. We definitely don't need to throw Peel here, especially if you want the blue rock that she's about to hit to roll into the rings and stay in the rings.
Yeah.
I think a nice 9 here would have been good.
With control weight, you could roll the guard over for it too.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens here. You don't want to hit it on the high side, though.
Sweeping for curl here. Okay, well, that rolled into the rings.
Wow.
Nice shot.
It's a great shot.
Carla had a plan there.
She did.
Here it is, Peel weight coming down. Just getting a piece of that blue one.
Oh, it just misses the one on the 12. I think you're right, though. With a little less weight, she might have even been able to keep her shooter there, too. But good result. Forces Team Brown to have to go after it. Try to find a hit and roll.
Yeah, by being in the rings, extra blue rocks in there makes Corinne a little nervous, so she's having to deal with this one rather than go around.
Love for that to stay second shot.
It does. Nice shot.
I think so.
Carla's asking Shannon to remove that one with control weight. Doesn't look like they're looking for the roll here, just looking to stay there.
Nice shot.
10-1.
You're at that point in the end here, heading into thirds rocks. You don't want to make a mistake.
Nope.
Okay.
And each shot choice matters.
Yeah, definitely. So Team Thompson trying really hard to force, or sorry, Team Brown trying to force Team Thompson to a single here in 8.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sam, hard. Clean, yep, straight.
Just go, yep, hard to go.
Little roll towards the center line. Nice shot. What do you think, Melissa? Do you like the hit and roll behind call?
Yeah, I think so. If you throw the double, I don't think you can save your shooter. So hit and roll, force Team Brown to have to make a really difficult shot if you make it perfect.
Yeah, and if Team Brown makes a freeze perfect, then you might have a shot for 2 here, and at least you'll score your 1.
Wait's nice.
A nice hit and roll here. Look for Team Thompson.
You're trying to think plan B, go to the other way.
10.
I think whoever gets this hit and roll first, Todd, is going to be in great shape.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
First hit and roll scores. We haven't seen one of these cross over the face of the rock yet, so everything's been high side.
Yes. What a
nice
shot.
Roll.
Aaron Pincott. That's the one they were looking for. What a shot. And they were sweeping hard out of the get-go there, Todd. It was almost like it was going over curl, but it was totally perfect.
Managed that great, and actually perfect spot for the roll. You roll any further, that allows them to run that blue back into it.
Exactly, yeah. That's a terrific shot. So now putting Kristen Rexy there to work here, try and clean something up for her skipper. Straight peel.
Nice shot.
Team Brown in a good position right now. Line 2.
Sorry, we could have got your first one.
Their end goal definitely is to force, but right now almost setting themselves up for a steal depending on where she puts this.
That's right. Team Brown's going to try and put the center guard up, and then it'll be decision time for Team Thompson. Do they go after that center guard again, or are they going to make a play into the 4-foot?
Yeah, and there is some room. I mean, you'd have to hit button at that point, but I almost like this guard pretty much where the last one was. You don't want to give her too much of the exposing the blue one, but just showing her a piece so she doesn't have that run. This one's pretty tight, I think.
This looks like it'll be right on it.
Oh, you don't want it deep. You definitely don't want to set up any angle.
Didn't turn out too bad, I don't think.
Not too bad. Maybe a little deeper than they were hoping. She might be looking at the double run.
Yeah, we've seen Team Thompson make a number of run backs. Yeah. Left them that same shot again.
Yeah, I lost count now.
It's like a 9-8.
Carla just hits this one on the nose or just slightly
like
high side.
Kind of what you guys were throwing for your run.
She should be able to get it.
Yeah, if she can stick this on the run back, then should be in business for 2 for sure.
Yeah, big shot here for Carla Thompson. Pretty quiet out there. The fans are eagerly awaiting. I think the tension might be rising.
I think so.
Close, yep, yep.
She's close. Really close. Oh, so close. I actually thought she had it. Wow. Good try. Unfortunate break. Huge opportunity for Team Brown.
So close.
They swept it early, Todd,
This
and
is,
right
like,
there,
even
it just
wide
jumped
open
almost.
Curled as it's crossing the line, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was looking good.
Yeah.
So Team Brown, if they cap this one, they're
take it,
actually going to
Sammy.
probably bring it into the rings, I imagine. They might as well. Best guard
Feels like that
sometimes
ice?
the best is offense as well.
Yep.
And that will leave the whole in-turn side, or Carla's out-turn side, but she'll have to hit button, likely against 3.
Yeah, defense.
That's right. So I think maybe if they could just a piece around that blue stone, even as far as 8 foot, could be a good spot.
Like, so close. Yeah, Des.
Definitely don't want to over-curl this, Todd, and expose that one on the 4 foot.
They might want to just leave this one now.
Yeah,
It's
it looks like it's
overcurling
curling
now.
a ton, maybe chip off it. That
Well,
worked out well.
Yep, that worked out for them.
So a draw to the button for 1 against 2.
Same way again. We probably could have gone on it and got it in. Yeah, no, it's good.
So Team Thompson with the broom and the edge of the 12.
This one, 5.5, eh?
Fair bit of room to get in there.
Need a piece of the button.
It didn't look like that.
So with the scoring area so small, just the button available for 1. A good, you know, the plan B or the pro side miss would be at least count out that second counter. Carla with the throw. The sweepers are on it right away.
Hard line! Yes, line's fine! Line's good!
Looks close.
Line's good! Oh, yeah!
Just the weight now. Wow, a little heavy on that one. So that's Team Brown with the steal in the 8th end to go up 3-2, playing 9.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Team Brown, Todd, all over Team Thompson. And it started with this hit and roll by Aaron Pincott.
Yeah, what a great shot to set this end up. Carla had an opportunity, though, to come back and make a killer shot there. Just over-curled.
And you can tell the disappointment on that face right there.
Yeah, she knew.
Yeah, so Carla has a draw to the button, 4-1. And unfortunately, just a little bit heavy. Steal a 1, Team Brown. Huge, huge point for Team Brown.
So if you're Team Brown, what do you want to have happen here?
Well, we haven't seen a deuce on the board, so you'd hate for the first deuce to, if you don't force this end and you blank it, you'd hate for that first deuce to come in that
In the 10th.
10th end if you're Team Brown. So I think they're going to probably stick to the same game plan, throw a tight center, and ideally try and force Team Thompson to a single here.
And Team Thompson still coming around that center guard. Thought they might, maybe they'd play open side, hoping to carry the hammer into the last end.
And I agree. I'm surprised they're not actually looking for the blank right away, but maybe they'll try and see if they can score a deuce here in 9 first, and just a safe deuce. And if not, if things start going sideways, they'll maybe start peeling.
This is something that every team comes to, is how do they want it to be in the 10th end? Do they want to be 1 up without or 1 down with?
What's your preference?
Me, 1 down with. My team I coach, 1 up without.
That might be a girl thing. I'm like 1 up without as well. Great
That's
shot.
a nice shot.
Yeah, Trista Vandale. Beautiful.
15-7.
So Sam Fisher being asked to duplicate that shot. Corner freeze to that great stone by Trista.
Keep good. Stay close. Room right now. Let it work. Room right now.
There haven't been a lot of points on the board, Todd, so to give up a steal is pretty crucial at this late stage of the game.
Yeah, it's as much offense as we've had because no twos on the board.
Hard. You got it. Right to it. Go.
That's a great shot.
Great judge.
Sam will be happy with that one.
Great judge.
And it's hard to pick, which team may be feeling the pressure a little bit more. Obviously, you got the veterans versus the rookies, but the rookies are only rookies in ladies play. They're definitely not rookies. They've been in tons of provincial playoff games and nationals, this Team Brown. So, yeah, it's battle of both teams.
Absolutely. And Team Thompson's members have been to Scotties before on the national stage. And so, yeah, it's hard to know who's feeling it more right now.
Yep.
Oh, just touched it. It was coming in there nice.
Yeah, good weight call by Shannon and Kristen, and they just weren't sure what to do with that one. It was just a couple feet too heavy, so they didn't get the curl they were looking for.
Do you like 10
Sitting there in a good spot, though, so Corinne's got to deal with that. She can't leave that there.
Sure.
They're looking to stick right there and try and make it so that Thompson can't get in on any inside roll on this.
Close. Yep. Hard. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Control away.
Corinne likes it, calling for clean.
Nice shot. What control. Desiree Haas has brought another A game today.
Did we just go here? We're shot right now. Pretty much, yeah.
This is a great call, freezing right in there rather than pulling a takeout.
I agree, your shot rock. Pretty good positional play right now. So you put another one, just freeze to that red stone. Blue's in a great position.
Yeah, good position here. It puts real pressure on Team Brown.
Line sounds good, weight sounds good.
Here comes the curl.
Yeah, you don't want to bump too far. You can bump a little. Tolerance is just maybe a foot. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Todd, as you can see, the majority of that blue stone. Can you get the double? Good communication. I'm just not sure that you wanted to dump.
Okay, nice 10, Des.
Maybe bump that much, eh?
No, yeah, that curl in that position was okay, but a little too much weight unlocks that
like, you
red
just
one.
hit it anywhere aside, and the boat should go.
So I think Corinne can hit this call to have this blue one hit on the high side there. One goes, the other one may catch, but
gets it out of there.
Get out of the button.
Sure.
I was thinking a 9.5, but Des wants to throw a 10, so I'm good with 10.
Okay, try and play it.
I think the more weight here is better, just to get some more action on it, but whatever they're comfortable with, for sure.
Yeah, I would think a little more weight here would be good. Because no matter what you do here, you can't roll in towards the center line. You're going to be rolling out a little bit. Opening up for Team Thompson.
Close. Yep.
So might as well blast them.
I agree. Hard for a piece isn't a good thing.
Okay.
I think that's a really good result. You know, exposes that blue stone, opens up the 4-foot area.
Yeah.
Here it comes again.
Yeah, just trying to get some finish on it.
I mean, we could go here.
I think that was as good as could be done.
I agree.
We could go here. I don't particularly like that. You like guarding it? I mean, we go here. If she makes a hit and roll, then it's pretty.
Yeah, decision time here.
Yeah, Team Thompson has the hammer in the 9th end.
She'll hit this
down
one. And roll out. We go
Would
here.
love to get a deuce here.
Pretty good, isn't it? Well, then we'll run it.
There it is. Team Thompson sitting shot rock. Trying to figure out how to get 2 out of this and still defend that one.
Yeah.
Plus for Team Brown is they've got a center line guard.
I don't hate
and
this.
a rock in the rings, right, and really good in the control zone and in a great position.
Then she wraps, yeah. I think. Okay. Not to it. No. Like there.
I think they've elected to throw about top 8, top 12, kind of almost corner freezing that redstone that's behind this, directly behind the center guard. But I think they have to be careful, Todd. You heard one of them say is that it does expose the blue stone on the edge 4, and can Team Brown perhaps get a hit and roll? And if they do, look out.
Yeah, if the Team's Thompson rock, if they're looking to be top 8 foot there, exposing or allowing that shot rock to be exposed, Team Brown could just make that one go away. And they've still got shot rock then.
We did throw perhaps guarding it as well. That was another option. I'm not sure they talked about splitting the rings at all.
Nope.
This one has a lot of curling to do. I think it's got a bit of extra weight on it. Should make the break. There it goes.
Oh, bring it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why aren't you sweeping that? Can't say that from up here.
I know.
They actually could have got that right around.
Yeah.
Even a little bit more buried.
Like, basically, like a pretty. Do you want to come look at it?
So you watch this one. It had a lot of curling to do. Great weight call by the 2 brushers, but they kind of just all stopped instead of just finishing that rock even just a slightly more, another 3-4 inches.
That's right.
It will, but that's
so they're having a look. Erin's having a look here to see if she can get the double.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she can get them both moving.
I think you can get the object stone there, the shot rock stone, thin enough to get that blue spinning out to the side and it doesn't jam on that back red. If you hit it a little thicker, though, that blue one comes right back on that red.
Exactly, yeah.
Giving Team Thompson the opportunity to just come around again.
So with peel weight, I think she called, you can almost aim to miss that first shot stone.
Yeah, just touch it.
She's throwing the in-turn or the out-turn? Out-turn.
It's out-turn.
Yes!
Called for sweeping right away.
Yeah, looks like this one's curling lots. Got to go hard. Yeah, and that's what they thought would happen, but the good news is that there's still shot rock behind the center.
Still in good position.
Yeah, it was a really good shot.
Yeah.
They hit that a little thinner, as you said, Todd. They would have got both going.
No.
But great result.
Absolutely. So I think Team Thompson's now seen the route in here. They're calling to freeze on to that top red one. But if it doesn't curl like it did, they could get in behind again.
Yeah, and I'm curious maybe, and I think maybe they're looking a little bit ahead here in this end. Perhaps if they can get a good corner freeze and a miss out of Team Brown, can they set up even a 3-ball? But right now, as you say, they've seen this path numerous times. Getting right in behind there first isn't a bad thing either.
I'd like to go soon.
You heard Shannon, gotta go soon. Looks like it needs some weight.
It's like same path.
Yeah, nice corner freeze. Looks like a perfect
nicer
shot.
weight.
Yeah, nice shot.
Good one.
Really great shot.
You like that? Yeah.
Here's that draw coming in again. Perfectly called weight here.
You know what? I don't think I could have placed that one any better.
No. And Corinne's got no option other than go after this one. Sit for second shot back here.
Yep. Yeah, first and second or first and third.
Whoa.
Like to keep your shooter in play if you can.
Hard, Tim, hard, go! Hard!
This is that break Team Thompson was looking for. They've locked that rock on there. Now they'll make a play.
Like 12? Like a 12?
12's pretty soft. Just sort of hack weight. Kristen's going to come down and talk.
Yeah, she just wants to have a look at it too, just to see how far her shooter can roll. You want to be line 2 after this shot for sure. So you don't want to throw too much because you want to make sure that shooter, it is going to roll, and you want to make sure that it hangs in the rings. This is a big shot for Kristen Rexedler.
This is.
I feel like they're all big shots now.
Good thing we're up here.
That's right. I'm stressed up here, never mind being down there. Weight looks really good. Just got to get to 3/4 of it. Definitely roll too far, Todd, but a little bit of a break because it does stay in play. That's the key for sure. And it's actually in front of that other red stone, so
here comes
pretty
down.
Good result, I'd say.
Sweeping for curl all the way down, so maybe more weight than was called on that one, but not bad.
Yeah, so Corinne Brown going after shot rock right now, and obviously would love to just nose this and put the force back on.
Yeah, just a nice nose hit here is all she can do.
If you're hard out of your hand, that's never a good thing on this ice.
No.
Uh-oh, it's curling.
Oh, just caught that guard.
Oh, what a bad break for Corinne Brown. Not only does she tick the guard, but she actually removed second shot stone. She was tight out of her hand, Todd. They brushed it the whole way. And just...
Ouch.
Yeah, that's just an ouch. Huge, huge break for Team Thompson.
Okay, let's just go here.
Team Thompson probably hadn't thought about that, so they're
No,
having to
for
figure out what
sure.
to do now.
Yeah.
Well, because she has this, right? If we go wide, she'll do that. What? Like, you mean do this?
No, split ours.
Oh. Let's call timeout. Timeout.
All right, timeout called here. They're going to think about this one. So this is the biggest shot of the game so far. What to do here?
Absolutely,
Well,
and
but
you know,
if we make this too good,
obviously
she'll just have
a couple
short
options.
run.
There are quite a few options here. I mean, they want to
Like, what if we
definitely
go
get
here?
a deuce here. Can they get their 3? They can go wide to the wing on the left-hand side of the sheet. I know the front end has come down, and
We
maybe
just have to
talking
make it
about
pretty good
splitting
and
the one that's
throw
sitting
a run.
top
But I
8.
think it needs to be not fully buried. That's
Because this
the
is such a key shot for the game, really, the Team Thompson knows that Corinne Brown probably will have to make a play to steal now.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think that's
Okay, here's how we got there.
Well, like, even 8.
So this shot by Corinne Brown unfortunately over curls, misses the shot she was going for, and not only that, but takes out her own red stone, which was sitting second shot. So this has put Team Thompson in a fantastic position here to score a deuce and maybe
open, then if she
even
makes the run, it should be open.
Even 3 points. Yeah,
if she makes the hit and roll, we'll have a draw for 2.
There's Allison McInnes talking to
I think
Team
just
Brown,
not
especially Corinne, just trying to get her to forget that one.
Like I don't
just
think
has to make one big shot on her next.
So Team Thompson's trying to figure out how to position these so that they can get the 3 without giving Team Brown an out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of touching this one that's top 8, Todd. It's in a good position in my opinion. If you can put one maybe on the tee line over on the side.
I mean, we could do this.
She has to make a perfect hit and roll to put any pressure
double.
back on Team Thompson. What do you think?
Well, Team Brown, they're going to be all in on this next shot if Team Thompson's laying 3 after this. So it might be that they're going right around that center guard no matter what. So maybe leaving that blue one there is a good play. They may need to use that.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, that's why I like it there.
The other choice is maybe for Team Thompson, come around that center guard, because that's what Corinne's doing anyway.
Yeah. The other option too, Corinne may have a double, but it's all or none, right? You got to make the double. So
that's right.
This is a really good call too. It's a tight center for sure. This is a straighter side, a little bit straighter side.
Do you see where they were looking for it? Top 8 foot kind of thing?
Yeah, top 8.
Okay.
If it goes any deeper, that double possibility would be there. So, she just called full 4 actually.
Okay. Taking it back to full 4 will leave Corinne with a freeze.
Yeah, you can't be deep here. You cannot go behind the tee line.
Maybe bite 4 max.
I don't think I'm heavy.
That's a good thing.
Close line, close line.
Sounds like it's really close to full 4.
No, just touched it, and that's okay.
That actually worked out really well.
Absolutely.
Yes, as Carla says, perfect little rub.
Here it is, coming tight by the guard.
Yeah, and I thought they said they had lots of room, but it actually ticked the guard, and that's almost better for them, because if it would have over curled, the double would be there, yeah, and it would have been behind the tee. So
Corinne's going right after this one. Is this a hit and roll, or is this a triple attempt?
Yeah, I think she's playing the hit and roll and force them to draw to the 4 foot for 2.
Draw for 2.
Don't think there's a double there. Really needs a roll on this one.
Here comes the curl. Oh, nice shot.
Great shot. What a good rebound shot from Corinne Brown. Totally unhappy with her first for sure, but makes an incredible shot on her second. So Carla Thompson, we saw in the 8th end. Just seen that shot again. Nice call from Erin Pincott. Couldn't have called it any better. Couldn't have thrown it. Couldn't have swept it.
That's right. No panic on that sweep. They knew where that was going.
So I just want to go back to the 8th end. We had a missed draw here in the 8th from Carla Thompson. So she's looking for full 4 foot to get her deuce.
She just made this shot with the other turn, and we'll see if she has to take into account a little bit of speed difference on this side with all the curl.
I don't think you're going to hurt it.
Hard! Rushers seem to like it.
Hard!
I think she's really close.
Sweepers are liking it.
Yep. Nice shot. Great shot, Carla Thompson.
Beauty, T-line.
2 points, 9th end. Crucial. Our first deuce on the board. Don't go away. Back for the 10th. BC Scotty semi-final.
Curling, The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
What a ninth end.
Wow. There's Corinne with her tick of the guard and a little bit of a miss there.
She was really unhappy with that, but she bounces back and makes an incredible hit and roll on her second one. Forces Team Thompson to throw to the forefoot for their deuce and makes no mistake.
Yeah, keeps the game alive. And now, so we're 10th end. Brown down 1 with last rock. Looking to score 2 for the win.
Hard, girls, make it really good. If it's short, that's not terrible. I don't think it is. Nice and tight though.
Trista was looking to throw it top 4. Comes up a bit short.
Yep.
Not the end of the world.
With a call for top 4, you think their strategy would be to force Brown to take the one and take it to the extra, win it with the hammer. So with that short, that might change the conduct of the end here. Corinne calling for the corner guard, looking to build something for her 2 in the win.
Yeah, you know Team Thompson will go around that center.
Have a look, guys. Don't kill it. Just clean. I think you're fine. Line's great. Nice throw, Sammy.
Nice guard.
And you got to think back right now, Todd, if Corinne Brown had made that draw for 2 back in the 7th, an open draw for 2, she'd be tied coming home with hammer.
She'd be in control of this game right now.
Total control. So she wants to hope that one doesn't come back to bite her. This one's got lots of weight on it by the looks of it. It is the curling side. Looks pretty good. Top 4 doesn't want to be too deep.
It's actually going to overcurl and come out the other side.
Right on the pin.
So still great curl on that turn.
Sam Fisher.
Bitter room right now.
Looking for the corner freeze.
Line's good. Line's good. Hard. Hard then. Really hard.
3 is just short of the rings, Todd. That's not what you want.
No.
Just leave it.
Oh. That's no good.
It's definitely in favor of Team Thompson.
Yeah, Team Thompson doesn't, they only need the 1. Obviously, they're up 1 without.
Is this a high guard call?
She called a high guard, yep.
Okay. I'd be tempted to bring one right in there. Another where the best guard might be top 8.
Especially the way it curls on the in-turn side.
Line's okay.
You could still get to that 1 on the button.
Oh,
yeah, that blue rock on the button, it's so good. It's almost better accessible than something a little higher.
Yep. Okay, well, over and off. Hard then. Hard then. What are you sorry for?
That's what the skip called. Now Corinne's going to try and clean up the center a little bit here.
Nope. Well, if you make it, that's fine, but I like trying to run. Just an 8-5, Des. Yeah.
So you heard Corinne asking Desiree Hawes to throw the run. Would love to try and get 2 of these centerline guards out of the way here.
Yes, really hard.
one's going to cross the face a little. Oh. Got it moving. Couldn't quite get it off there.
Yeah, and what's bad about that too, Todd, is that it's actually blocking that intern path now.
Yeah. Here it is coming up. Just over curled a little bit.
I guess the good news is it's their rock, so.
Yes.
So Team Thompson. Never thought they'd be in this position to keep throwing some guards up so early in the end to protect that one on the button.
This one's coming in there nice to plug the hole.
Nice shot.
And also it's deep enough it blocks a potential run, shortens up that run back of that that red rock maybe. Corinne's going to try and get a couple of guards off here and make some room.
I like the call here. If she throws it hard enough, she can hit half and maybe try and roll her shooter up.
And that could give them two ways in and at least a couple of rocks to run in on the angle too.
Yeah, throw same weight.
Looks like the team's changed her mind. She's going to try and throw the run on the blue one just off the center and try and catch the one that's on the button. This is definitely the most problematic shot is this one right here.
Yes.
But if she can just even move that, it doesn't have to be fully removed from play, but if they can get it off the button, even better.
Yeah, it's hard to outdraw one covering the pin.
For sure.
Well, remove that guard. Team Thompson will put that back. So if Team Thompson had their way and they could keep throwing this guard over and over again for a couple more shots, they'd be pretty happy.
They'd be very happy.
Mine's good.
So Team Brown will have to look for a way to change this up.
She does have the run right now on the one on the right-hand side of the sheet. This one's over curling more than the previous guard, so she does have access on both sides right now. But Team Brown is going to need to open a pathway here somewhere.
And I think the double on those two blues is a great call. It looks like that's what Corinne is looking to do. If you hit this right, might get that second guard coming back through the middle. Take that one off the button.
Yeah, lots of things could happen here for sure.
Important part is to try and get two guards moving here.
Yeah, try hard for the double. I agree. She's close to the double. Get it. Oh, so close.
That is a great shot, though.
You watch this one, Todd. She had to hit it maybe a little thinner, hey? The first one a little thinner to drive it straighter back. But boy, that was
so
close. But great shot. Got rid of two of those blue stones. So Team Thompson now has to throw some perfect guards. 3 more perfect guards. We saw the last one over curl a bit, and this one, she's saying the line's even a little bit tighter. That red stone that's just over the hog line is really of no help to Team Thompson at this point.
No, it's so high. It's easy to get around with this curl.
Hack or back line? Hack?
I think she thinks she can get up there on the intern side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like this ice?
This might be her one crack at this.
I agree.
More than that?
I think she's throwing hack weight.
Yeah.
Wow, this is, you just gotta Throw it to the broom. You know it's going to curl.
Yeah, believe the broom's in the right spot.
Got to get by the first one.
Yeah, I think we're on the...
Just roll it off. Hard. Roll it off.
Yeah. It's one of those ones you try so hard to make, and you got to be sure you throw it clean.
That's right. You kind of got to approach that one as the center guard's not even there. It's the wide guard you have to worry about to get in there.
Yeah.
There's so much curl. So now where does Team Thompson go to try and close down? She's have to be a little tighter on this.
Yeah, she's looking to throw it just maybe a foot out, 2 feet out.
No, like 2.5.
If she can put it there, not only will guard it, but she'll take away the red run that's on the right. Remember that Team Brown has to score 1 here to tie.
And Team Thompson still has that one right on the button.
All there. Line's okay. 2.5, 3.
So it's tight, 2.5 threes, just outside the rings. Key here's the line though.
Gotta get it touching center. Hard!
You don't want to give Team Brown that shot again. Looks good.
Nice shot.
From our screen, it looks like there's maybe a hole.
There's still a hole there. Yeah.
What about the double peel on the blue ones as well, Todd? That's an option.
Yeah, doing the double peel, make sure that you've got a last shot.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, she's in big, big trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think hack. I think like a 10.
This angle run back, I think, is a last shot, not a second to last
I'm
shot.
playing like what?
I think that's a good call, bringing down their coach, Allison McInnes. I'm not sure.
I think a 10's way more manageable though.
Do you think you can get rid of both those blue stones out front?
Do you think that hole's there?
Carla's got 1 shot to block it, and give yourself. You're going to have a shot on your last.
Yeah.
But right now, if you go all in, you may have nothing.
And I think putting the lone guard out there, if Corinne can clean off those 2 blue ones, Team Thompson putting a lone guard out there, it's going to be tough to cover every possibility.
Exactly, and we know how much it curls.
I think the double peel here, good things can happen too on their red one on the side as well.
Right. Do you like this way? Do you like with back line or half? Back line, okay. Yeah, you just gotta come close to the blue, hey?
Is she trying to come through that hole?
Okay.
I think that's what they're talking about. They're just talking about how best to do it.
Sure.
Wow.
Back line. Yeah, like a 13 or so.
I'm a little shocked. I have to say, Todd, I really think you've got to give yourself a shot on your last, and if you don't make this, you're done.
Yep. Yeah, this is all in.
I mean, the good news is she did see Erin try and make it on the previous one, so she knows the path. And I guess if anything, you hit the blue center that was just thrown by Team Thompson. But I really like the double peel on the blues.
Yeah. Corinne seemed pretty committed to this shot, though.
She did from the get-go.
If you've got a skip that has a shot that she sees, let her make it.
Here we go. She got better line on this one.
Clip the one. It opened up a bit. And that adds another element. We got a red rock in the rings now.
It sure does, and Carla's definitely not going to leave it there. So that was really close. They actually could have been a lot more aggressive on this call for sure.
Once again, they ended up on that center line rock rather than the outside rock.
Right, and they needed to be sweeping it on the outside rock to finish. They knew they would get the curl out of it, so that's okay though. They did roll into the ring, so Team Thompson has to remove this potential second counter.
Terrible.
They could even nose it. They're talking about hitting and rolling, Todd, but they could actually nose it. I'm not sure if Corinne Brown could get to the one on the button.
No, you're right. Maybe
or just maybe just half a rock roll. Yeah, for sure. Just looking at it there.
Close. No. Close. Please, yes. Yes.
It's close. Nice shot.
Wow.
That's perfect.
I don't know if you could run out there and place that any better.
No, it's totally perfect.
So she's got two choices here. Here it is again.
What a shot. Great call. Yes, no, yes, no. You know you're close.
Just enough roll to close
Great
that down.
Great finish by Carla Thompson.
So Corinne was looking at probably having to make this double here. The other choice would be their own red angle run.
Yeah,
this is probably the easier.
Yeah, if she throws the double, just looks
just going to be on the rings.
Nose, just nose.
Yep.
This is just to send it into an extra end. The winner going on to play Team Van Osh in the final. Oh, great attempt.
That one's going to stick.
By Corinne Brown. And it is a steal of 1 and a 5-3 victory for Team Thompson over Team Brown, BC Scotties 2018 semi-final. Wow.
Good finish.
Great finish.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Now we're going to remember all that?
And drinking maple syrup.
Yeah.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
Cool.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Rivals. Noun. A person or thing competing with another for the same objective or for superiority in the same field of activity.
The BCHL is back live on Shaw TV. Things will heat up on the ice as island rivals face off against one another up and down and all around Vancouver Island. 5 teams are all fighting one another to claim the status of island champs. Tune in for our monthly island matchup, only on Shaw TV.
The 2018 Bel Air Direct BC Men's Curling Championship, January 31st to February 4th at the Parksville Curling Club. Teams from across the province will compete to represent BC at the National Championship. The final 4 games will air live on BC Shaw TV stations and stream online for viewers across the country. The 2018 Bel Air Direct BC Men's Curling Championship, only on Shaw TV.
Semi-final. Carla, congratulations. You had some tears in your eyes after. How are you feeling?
It was a really emotional game. I'm quite close with Corinne, Sam, and Aaron, so it's hard playing your friends, but feels good to win.
Lovely. It was such a great game. There was, listening to the commentators, there was some, of course, where it was like, ouch, probably not what they meant to do. And there was some beautiful shots, especially your last one in the 10th end there. How did you sail that right in there? It was just beautiful.
It could have under-curled a little bit more to get a bit more of a roll. I didn't want to leave Corinne the double because I knew she could make it, and lucked out this time, but it was definitely the way we wanted to end. So
wonderful. Congratulations again, and we're looking forward to the final game. Van Osh, they've obviously had some time to rest. They played yesterday and they weren't here this morning. You guys have had basically a 3-hour warm-up. Do you think that gives you an advantage, or them having the time off to rest?
It's also an advantage that this was such a great game with so many shots made. We're going to build on that and just bring it into the final for sure.
I'm really excited. It's going to be a great game. It's on at 4 o'clock. It's going to be live on Shaw TV and on our YouTube page, Shaw TV, South Vancouver Island. Back to Todd and Melissa.
Thanks, Addie and Keith.
Wow, Todd, what a finish. I can't believe it, hey?
It was a great game.
It was a great game, back and forth. Lots of opportunities for both teams, but Carla Thompson pulling out the big guns in those last couple of rocks.
Yep. There's Corinne in the 7th.
This is that one she's going to want back for sure. Wide open house, draw for 2, and she slips to the back of the rings. In a semifinal of a provincial championship, you just can't do that, and she was so upset. They
nice
kept
hit and roll
climbing back.
From Aaron on that one. Here's Carla. On that one.
This is where we thought, Carla missing this one. This is where we thought the tides were turning a little bit.
Giving up the steal there.
And that was a big miss by Corinne Brown. Not only hitting the guard, but also knocking her own out, and she knows it. Makes a great comeback shot on her next. But no mistake by Carla Thompson.
Here's Carla. This is a key hit and roll, covering that shot rock. It's a makeable shot for Corinne. Just didn't quite curl up enough. I think they thought they had enough here.
Yeah, it curls another half inch. She's got it for sure, and we're going into an extra.
So on to the championship game. Tonight it's going to be Team Van Osh from Nanaimo versus Team Thompson, the winner of this game here in the championship game, tonight at 4 p.m.
Be a rematch of the 1-2 game. All right, what a finish, what a game. Looking forward to tonight. Both teams, Team Van Osh, Team Thompson, in the final of the BC Scotties. We'll see you then.